Want to know 4 secret tips about how to become a top producing realtor? Well, stick around because I'm going to be going over it right after this. What's up everybody, Pete Lorimer here. I am owner of PLG Estates here in Beverly Hills, and I've also been a top producing agent in the Los Angeles area for about 15 years. And along with that, I am the host of a real estate show on Netflix called Stay Here. Right, let's get into the video. Okay, so what exactly are the 4 secret tips, Pete, to becoming a top producing real estate agent? Well, I'm gonna be getting down in the weeds, and a lot of what I'm gonna be talking about today is mental strategy. I'm not so much gonna be going into the play-by-play, but I am gonna be going into the mindset of what top producing agents must have in their heads if they are to succeed, and conversely, what they must not have in their heads as well. So today really can be encapsulated with 3 beautiful words. Those 3 words are be of service. Really, that is the root of everything. With our clients, if we chase money, if we chase shortcuts, it only ends in tears. What I have always recommended, I put my client dead first and I put myself dead last. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is gonna be one of the categories that I go over today. What this video should be, what are the 4 biggest enemies of a top producing real estate agent? So, category number 1 is fear. Now, with every category, I'm gonna break it down and I'm gonna show you how I handle it. You have maybe heard me say this many times before, that fear is in fact a bully. And when you stand up to bullies, they leave you alone. I'm gonna put it in easier terms for you. Case in point is this. Marketing yourself through video and getting in front of your clients is now, I'm not alone, and I've been saying it for years, is the best way for you to capture business. It seems that there are a lot of other people who have the same mindset as me, and the biggest blockage in the road has always been fear. Fear of how you look, fear of how you sound, fear of how awful people are gonna think you are. So let me just break this down for you. The very first video that I did, I was so intensely embarrassed, which maybe some of you can't even believe. You know, he's got a TV show, he's a natural. No, when I did my first video, I felt like my skin was pulled back and I had lemon juice squeezed behind it. I felt like I wanted to vomit, and it was just the worst experience of my life. I kept that video, and one day I will break it out and show it to you all. And fear was just eating away at my mind. It was just saying, you're too old, you're too fat, you've got this stupid British accent, nobody can understand you, you just need to pack it in, mate, and go back to door knocking and cold calling, which is actually 2 things that I never did. But fear, there are 3 words that I'm gonna give you, which are this: nothing to lose. Alternatively, get over yourself. But nothing to lose. If you fail by doing what you fear, you are exactly where you are at this moment. So you have got nothing to lose. Okay, category number 2. Category number 2 is ego, right? Ego is the foe of success. Because I work in Beverly Hills and Hollywood Hills and the central part of Los Angeles. When I was coming up through the ranks, I would take anybody anywhere. I would show them a tool shed in the mountains of Calabasas, which is quite a ways out from central Los Angeles, if they so wanted. I see a lot of young women and men, especially as they're starting the industry, they join brokerages in Beverly Hills and they say, okay, I'm not gonna do anything that's really under like $5 million. Well, wouldn't that be nice if we can all start our career on $5 million sales? We can't. And ego does not allow them to take deals that might be much smaller than what their head is telling them to do. So ego will destroy you. I'm gonna give you an example. There was a friend of mine, I'm not gonna use his name, but when I used to be in the music business, and he was a really close friend of mine and still is, and I saw his name come down my list year after year after year. And I was always like scared to call him because I was a little embarrassed, do you want to buy or sell your house? So my ego stopped me from reaching out to this individual. Then after about 3 years in the business, I reached out to him and I'm like, hey, let's just call him Fred. Hey, Fred, I just wanted to let you know that, I'm not doing music anymore and I'm doing houses. The words out of his mouth were, wow, fantastic, Pete. I always loved working with you in the music business. So I actually want to sell my house. And I sold his house, sold another one to him, sold that for him, sold another one to him, sold that one and just put him in another one. Now my ego kept me away from him for 3 years because I was worried about how people perceived me. So now I realize the last thing that I need to care about in the world is how I am perceived. As long as I'm being honest and I'm being straight up and I'm taking care of my clients, what people think of me, I really don't give a crap. This one is it's related to ego, but self-righteous indignation, which is how dare that client speak to me that way? How dare that person? Don't they know who I think I am? So self-righteous indignation, which is very closely linked to ego, is another one of those that I have seen people destroy relationships when in fact they have a knee-jerk reaction if a client's speaking badly to them or an agent speaking badly to them, or if they just perceive that that is occurring, they will bust out with some self-righteous indignation and then they will destroy that relationship. And we all know when you destroy a relationship, you cut the limb from the tree. And in my case, all of the beautiful people that I've worked with over the years have come from just one small little branch that then turns into multiple other people. And so if I have that kind of diva attitude and storm out of somewhere because my ego is telling me to do so, I'm gonna sever the limb of that potential long and beautiful client base. The last one, the fourth horseman of the apocalypse, as I call it, and this guy is the ringleader, is expectations. Expectations are the absolute death of you being a top producing realtor. Why? Remember how I started the video? I started the video with be of service. If we are in expectations, we are absolutely not in service, because why? When we're in service, we're thinking about them. When we're in expectations, we're thinking about us. This is how I handle expectations. We all want deals to close. We all want to get listings. We all want to get buyers. We all want to get deals. But at the end of the day, here are the techniques that I use. I give everything I approach 1000%. If I go on a listing appointment, I give it my all. If I meet a new buyer, I give them my all. If I'm helping one of my agents, I give them my all. And the rest, I actually kind of leave up to Mother Universe. As crazy as that might sound, my job is to show up, to suit up, to work hard, give it my everything, and then the results are simply nothing to do with me. And if I'm thinking about the money, guess what? The money's not coming. If I'm thinking about how can I give to a situation and how can I consistently look for my part in it where I can just keep giving, well, the rest of it, we went dark there for a minute. The rest of it will take care of itself. And then let there be light. The light came back. So, ladies and gentlemen, 4 secrets to becoming a top producing real estate agent. Well, those are 4 for me. Everything else in my life, you can read all the books you want, you can get all the buzz phrases, you can collect all of this stuff and write it in a million notepads. The 4 sections that I just went over today, I think will benefit you more than anything else in your business, and I mean that most sincerely. So thank you very much for being with me. This is Pete Lorimer. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment. And most importantly, don't forget to share this with someone who you think might get value from it. Until next time, Pete Lorimer, out.